Is cancel culture a force for good? Welcome back to The Truth Travels. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most heated debates of our time, cancel culture. You've probably seen it all over social media. People calling for a celebrity to be canceled, companies facing boycotts, or even ordinary individuals losing their jobs after a viral moment. But what is cancel culture really? Is it a powerful tool for accountability, giving voice to the voiceless? Or is it a dangerous trend that silences people, spreads fear, and divides society? Today, we'll take a journey through the origins of cancel culture, how it works, the arguments for and against it, and the ways it's changing lives across the world. This is not just about Twitter drama. It's about free speech, justice, forgiveness, and the future of how we hold people accountable. Before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to The Truth Travels, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters here, and I'd love to hear where you stand on this complicated issue. Where cancel culture came from. Cancel culture might feel like a modern invention, born out of hashtags and viral outrage. But the truth is, the idea of shaming or boycotting someone for bad behavior has existed for centuries. In ancient societies, people who broke moral codes were often exiled, shunned, or publicly punished. In medieval Europe, public humiliation was a form of justice. People were placed in stocks or forced to wear markings that showed their crimes. Fast forward to the 20th century, and we see boycotts becoming a tool for change. The civil rights movement in the United States used boycotts to fight segregation, like the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. In South Africa, international boycotts helped put pressure on the apartheid government. So, cancel culture is not new. What is new is the speed, scale, and global reach of the internet. A tweet, a TikTok, or a video clip can go viral within hours, and millions of people can take part in canceling someone almost instantly. How cancel culture actually works. At its core, cancel culture works through exposure. Someone, whether a celebrity, politician, or even a regular person, does something seen as offensive or harmful. It could be a racist comment, a sexist joke, an abusive act, or even an old post resurfacing. Once exposed, outrage spreads quickly. Hashtags trend. Influencers speak out. Companies cut ties. Fans unfollow. The person becomes canceled. But canceling doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's about demanding an apology or accountability. Other times, it's about full social and professional exile, losing jobs, contracts, or entire careers. In today's hyper-connected world, cancel culture is a digital court of public opinion. And unlike real courts, it has no rules, no timeline, and no process of forgiveness. Why people defend cancel culture? Supporters argue that cancel culture is necessary because for centuries, powerful people acted without consequences. Celebrities got away with abuse. Politicians escaped scandals. Corporations exploited workers or customers. Cancel culture, they say, finally gives ordinary people a voice. One of the strongest examples is the Me Too movement. Survivors of harassment and abuse used social media to expose powerful men who had gone unpunished for years. Cancel culture forced the world to pay attention. Careers of men like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby crumbled under public pressure and exposure. Without cancel culture, their abuses might have continued unchecked. Supporters also say cancel culture helps raise awareness about systemic issues like racism, sexism, and inequality. By holding people accountable in public, it sends a message that harmful behavior will no longer be tolerated. In this sense, cancel culture is not destruction, it's justice. It's accountability where institutions have failed. Why people oppose cancel culture? But not everyone sees it that way. Critics argue that cancel culture is dangerous, unfair, and often taken too far. One major concern is proportionality. Sometimes, people are canceled not for crimes, but for offensive jokes, opinions, or mistakes made decades ago. A person's entire career can be destroyed in hours, even if they've apologized or grown since then. Another concern is mob mentality. Outrage spreads fast, but facts spread slowly. A clip taken out of context can ruin someone before the truth even comes out. Once canceled, it's nearly impossible to undo the damage. Critics also argue that cancel culture silences free speech. People become afraid to share opinions, fearing backlash. This creates a chilling effect where open debate and dialogue are replaced by silence and self-censorship. Some even say cancel culture creates division instead of progress. Instead of changing minds, it hardens them. People dig in, becoming more extreme, or framing themselves as victims of woke mobs. Social media, the fuel of cancel culture. If cancel culture is the fire, then social media is the gasoline. Platforms like Twitter and TikTok thrive on engagement, and outrage is one of the strongest forms of engagement. A controversial post spreads faster than a neutral one. Algorithms amplify conflict, pushing cancel culture into the spotlight. But social media also creates a problem. It reduces complex issues to quick sound bites. A 15-second clip rarely tells the full story. But by the time more context appears, the damage is already done. Social media also gives people anonymity. Behind screens, people pile onto cancel campaigns without thinking about the real human consequences. Celebrities and cancel culture. For celebrities, cancel culture is a constant threat. A single mistake can end endorsement deals, shows, or entire careers. Take Kevin Hart. He was set to host the Oscars, but old tweets with homophobic jokes resurfaced. Despite apologizing, the backlash led him to step down. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, faced massive backlash for comments on gender identity. Some fans abandoned her books, while others rallied in support. Cancel culture turned her into a polarizing figure, but not every cancellation is permanent. Some celebrities bounce back stronger. Dave Chappelle, for example, faced outrage over jokes about the transgender community. Yet he continued to sell out shows and secure Netflix specials. This shows that cancel culture doesn't always end someone. It often reshapes their audience by everyday people and cancel culture. It's not just celebrities. Cancel culture has reached ordinary people too. Remember the woman who called the police on a black birdwatcher in New York's Central Park in 2020? The video went viral. She lost her job and became a symbol of racism in America. For many, this was justice. For others, it was excessive punishment for a single incident. Stories like these raise difficult questions. Should one viral moment define a person's entire life? Or should there be room for growth, apology, and forgiveness? The global face of cancel culture. Cancel culture is not just an American phenomenon. In South Korea, celebrities face extreme backlash for scandals, sometimes even losing everything over rumors or old behavior. In China, stars can be blacklisted by the government if they're caught in controversy. In Europe, debates rage over free speech and political correctness. Every culture handles it differently, but the core question remains the same. How do we balance accountability with forgiveness? Is cancel culture effective? So, does cancel culture really work? In some cases, yes. It exposes injustice, forces institutions to change, and empowers marginalized voices. Without it, many powerful figures might never face consequences. But it also has limits. Cancel culture often punishes individuals more than systems. A single celebrity might be canceled, but the industries that enabled them often remain unchanged. Some critics argue that cancel culture has become performative. People join cancel campaigns not out of genuine care, but to appear morally superior online. This performative outrage may spread awareness, but it doesn't always create real change. The future of cancel culture. Cancel culture is still evolving. Some say it's already shifting into accountability culture, where the goal is not to destroy, but to teach and improve. Others say it will grow stronger as younger generations continue to demand justice. The future may depend on whether society can strike a balance. Accountability is important, but so is forgiveness, dialogue, and understanding that people can change. So, is cancel culture a force for good? The truth is, it's both. It can shine a light on injustice, but it can also cast long shadows of fear. It gives voice to the powerless, but sometimes it destroys without mercy. Maybe the answer is not to cancel, but to call in, to start conversations, to give space for growth, and to remember that accountability should not always mean exile. I want to hear from you. Is cancel culture justice, or is it toxic? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to The Truth Travels, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next journey into the truths that shape our world.